Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Wayno Reacts, where I'm Wayno and I react to stuff, damn it. Today we're talking about a new horror film called Talk to Me, and I went and seen Talk to Me last night, and I went in with reserved expectations. I didn't want to get my hopes up. I haven't seen a really good original horror film in quite a while. And before I get into the details of my reaction, which will be spoiler free, let's talk about exactly how Talk to Me landed on the American big screen. Talk to Me is actually an Australian film, and it was directed and co-written by two Australian YouTubers that run the channel RackaRacka, a very popular YouTube channel down under. The film debuted at the Sundance Film Festival and was so well received that it had incited a bidding war of sorts between studios to get the rights to distribute in the States, and A24 ended up coming out on top. Now, as I mentioned in my trailer reaction for the film, you can catch a link to that at the end of this video. A24 has had a string of really great, diverse, and interesting films. I've enjoyed several of them over the last year or two. And knowing that this film was picked up by A24, even though I went in with reserved expectations, it did kind of get my hopes up. Really based on A24's track record, I really hoped that this film would bring something different. Like I'd mentioned, we had imported the horror genre from other countries in the past, like The Ring and The Grudge from Japan, and it really brought something new and different, and a piece of the culture of that country over to the States. And I really enjoyed those takes on horror, so I really hoped Talk to Me would do something similar. Now, the story of Talk to Me is original. It's something we haven't seen before, and it's really interesting. The concept is that a severed hand allows you to connect with the afterlife. The ramifications from that, as we see in the film, can be unexpected and pretty gruesome. So it was really fun to watch something that I hadn't seen rehashed multiple times in multiple other variations before. So as far as the story goes, an original story in my book is always welcome. Now, the story, in my opinion, was also explained fairly well and executed well. There weren't any huge leaps of believability. There weren't any enormous plot holes where you're like, well, that doesn't even make sense. It was a solid watch. You were able to focus on the story and the characters in the story, rather than trying to figure out what was going on the entire time. It didn't spend too much time on exposition. It really hit the ground running. I mean, it starts off with a bang, let me tell you. And it does a great job at building suspense and then scaring the hell out of you throughout the film. And there's a really solid level of suspense that's just maintained throughout the film. There's a lot of questions that are gradually answered throughout the film that reveal more about exactly what these characters are experiencing. And they were fun to find out. They were, the film didn't leave a lot of unanswered questions, so it was fun going on this journey. Now, the star of Talk to Me is new to American screens. Her name is Sophie Wilde, and she did a fantastic job. She did a great job at physical acting, emotional acting. She was very believable. And sometimes when you cast those younger actors, there's, you can tell there's a lack of experience there. But she did really well particularly during emotional scenes and the more terrifying scenes. Very believable, great actress. You can catch her in a few other upcoming projects this year. The visuals in the film were also pretty solid. You could tell there was a pretty legitimate amount of practical effects, which I always prefer to visual effects or CGI effects. And the visuals were quite scary. Things that we haven't particularly seen before, some concepts that haven't been explored. So overall, very happy with the visual effects as well. Talk to Me really had me engaged in the film and engrossed in the story that I was watching, and I was really enjoying just seeing something new on the big screen that caught and held my attention. Really enjoyed the visuals, the cast was great. The only place Talk to Me kind of left me hanging a little bit was the ending, and from my perspective, there was a pretty large kind of looming question or two hanging over the ending. Don't get me wrong, the ending was really great. I was so happy they had the balls to end the movie this way. But it didn't exactly tie up all its loose ends, so to say. So I would love for this story to continue in one form or the other, just to learn more about what's going on in the story. There's another part to the story that kind of reminds me of The Further in Insidious, or The Upside Down in Stranger Things. There's a whole nother world that I would love to explore more. So I hope that we get the chance to see that sometime in the future. Guys, overall, I thought Talk to Me was a really fun, enjoyable movie-going experience. A lot of great scares, the visuals were on point, and I would definitely watch a follow-up. But if you've seen the film, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did you like Talk to Me? Did you think this story was original enough? Did you like it? What questions did it leave you asking? Drop a comment down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more videos. And as always, I'll catch you back here for more reaction action.